Salam alaikum, bismillah. Thank you for coming to the show. So, we're going to talk about Allah is 130 reasons to be a Muslim. Yeah, let's see. Let's check it out. Hopefully one of these reasons will convert someone. Let's go.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be with you and the mercy and blessings of Allah and Ramadan Mubarak. Very excited to be here in the month of Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, bless all of your people around you, bless all of your loved ones this Ramadan and forever. I'm your brother in faith, Shabir Ali. And today we want to start our series of dealing with 30 reasons for being a Muslim. And, the old story, mom says to child, do this. And the child says, why? And the mom says, because we are Muslim. And then the child says, but mommy, why do we have to be Muslim? So here are 30 reasons, starting today with the first one. My first reason is that our belief in one God is not only assuring to us and it becomes clear for us in our worship, so we're not confused between gods, but it also puts us in harmony with other people who are maybe worshiping God in a different way, but our belief that there is only one God means that we are open to thinking that other people are worshiping the same one God, but maybe in a different way, even if they call him by different names. And thirdly, we have the sense that all things are created by the same one God that we worship, and therefore we have respect for all things as creatures of God.
And just a note on that when he means it, and like I've talked to most and I heard about it is like Jewish people believe in the God of Abraham. Oh, we believe in the same God, so we do worship the same God. Not some Christians don't believe in the Trinity, but they believe in the God of Ibrahim, God of Moses. So they worship, the one God, and then so and there's other people, and then there's also they believe there are places out there that haven't heard anything. There's even tribes and they still haven't had any contact with civilization on it. That they believe in one God, creator of everything, and instinctively they are believing in the same God. So yeah, that's kind of hard to put my head around the last part. But yeah, even the studies where if they if they they kind of like no kids growing up with no actual outside influence on it, they inherently believe that there's just one creator. Take it as how you will.
Let me step back a bit then from this conclusion and look at the general picture and see where the problem lies. Problem comes about when people try to think about who exactly might be the creator of the universe. In one sense, is that the entire universe is all one thing. Like it's all, some people describe it almost like an ocean in which we are just simply like droplets. And so everything is a unified whole. But what if that ocean itself has a creator? What if there a creator of the universe, creator of the cosmos? And we believe yes. But then if there is a creator, the question arises, how many creators are there? Like, is there one or many? And the Muslim belief is that there is only one creator. But where do we get this belief from? Where is that belief stated in our Islamic sources? Well, we'll say in the Quran and in the Hadith. First, in the Quran, it is very clear that there is only one God. The Muslim declaration of faith, which says, La ilaha illallah, there is no God but God, is mentioned throughout the Quran. And we find this statement, dozens of times. We also find it sometimes in other, in addition to the dozens of times in those specific words, we find also that there is a declaration in a variety of wordings which mean the same thing. For example, what do you think of the second chapter of the Quran, the 255th verse, that many Muslims have memorized since they were children? The verse that is referred to as Ayatul Kursi, which reads at the beginning, Allahu la ilaha illa hu. Allah, there is no God but He. So it's the same words of the kalima, but in a slightly reversed order. meaning exactly the same thing. There is no God but God. And there is also a short surah of the Quran that Muslim children have memorized. That is the 112th chapter, known as Surah Al-Ikhlas. And it reads, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. Say, He is Allah, one. Allah, the eternal. He begets not, nor is He begotten, and there is none like unto Him. So we see that this is a clear declaration of monotheism. There is only one God, and this is the eternal God. He doesn't have any children. He himself is not a child of someone else. And there is none like unto God. There's none comparable. There's no co-equal along with God. So this belief then is very clearly entrenched in the Quran. Also, we find in Hadith many references to the belief in the oneness of God, to the extent that there are Hadiths which promise that if a person says that there is no God but God, and one sincerely believes that, then that person will be in paradise forever. We all pray that God is going to welcome us into paradise, especially as we're here in the month of Ramadan, and we are trying our best to serve God and please Him, especially during this sacred month. So, back to our topic here. We find that the hadith is emphasizing belief in one God. A hadith even promises that if anyone believes that there is only one God and believes in let's say, Jesus, on whom be peace, as the messenger of God, then that person will also enter paradise. So that is a good news for our Jewish and Christian friends.
Yeah, and that's the part that it's kind of wow. They still believe that Allah will judge you based on your knowledge and your actions as well. So, Jewish people that kept to their faith, kept to their law, and actually truly just believed it on there, and did it because of the love of God, how much they love God, which they want to worship Him on it. That's how God will judge them as well on there. So now they're just going to go to hell, because they believe in the God of Abraham, they believe in the God of David, believe in the God of Israel. You know, and the same with Christians who steadfast in monotheism, they believe it. You know that Jesus did bring a gospel of good news, and they believe in God, the Almighty, as one, and they're living the love according to what they've, you know, in their those writing in that gospel on how to serve God, serve others, and be an example. So it's very fascinating to hear that. It's topic that I didn't never heard about, knew about.
That if one believes in Moses, but believes also in God, who is the one God that sent Moses, believes in Jesus, but also believes in the one God that sent Jesus into the world, then one will be in paradise forever. So, this then, in short, is a unifying belief. So, what are the benefits? One is that it gives Muslims a clear sense of whom they are worshiping.
Muslim is just defined as a person who submits her will to the Creator. That's the definition of it. Islam is just a quote a religion of submitting of submission to the Creator.
There's no confusion among the many gods. It's not like we have to please one God today and one God tomorrow, or maybe all of the gods all at once. And then it becomes rather confusing. And second, our belief in the fact that there is only one God is a unifying belief among human beings, in that when we see that other people are referring to God in a different way or trying to worship God in a different way, we realize that they're still, despite their differences, worshiping the same God that we are worshiping. And finally, a third benefit is that we recognize that everything are creatures of the same one God that we worship. And so we can have respect for all of the creatures of God. We can have respect for all people of all stripes, all colors, knowing that all of these people are worshippers of the same one God, and they are creatures of the same one God that we worship. And so we find that there are many good benefits in believing that there is only one God. So, in sum, is the Muslim belief in the oneness of God a reason for being a Muslim? You bet. So that's our
That's mainly the biggest draw on the belief, the unifying belief on one creator, the most merciful, the most kind, the most just uh, creator, Allah, the one and only. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think and leave a comment on there. And until next time.